Hey South Florida, I'm Jana Angel bringing you another episode of Living Local. Today we are chatting with Donna Risolo, who is the founder and creator of Baseball Yogis, and she is coming to us live from one of her mobile mini summer camps. Check it out.
All right, so here we are with our first mobile mini summer camp, Baseball Yogis mobile mini summer camp in our backyard. We've got 6 campers here. We're going to be with them 2 times this week. Next week, we might be coming back to this yard. We might be coming back to your yard. So we're really excited. The kids are really loving it. They had an awesome time. We do 2-hour sessions. We do 4-hour sessions days a week. And we can curate it to the kids' interests. So if they want to keep that focus more on sports, we can keep it really sports oriented. If we have a group that more wants to do activities and fun exercises with each other, we can do that. You know, a mom with a group of girls said, my girls aren't that athletic, but they want to do something. So we're going to do a dance party for them. So we'll start out with our traditional yoga program with that group. And we'll do our name game. We play a whole bunch of name games so that we get to know the kids. And then we're going to transition into a little bit of sports activities, but then we'll transition into the dance party. So we can really curate it to whatever your group wants. And we can also make it work for age group as well. You know, if you've got a mixed age group, we can go as young as 3, we can go as high as 10, and we're even flexible with that range. If you've got kids in the neighborhood who want to join, they're 12-year-olds, let them join and we'll work with it. I always bring one counselor with me, so if we need to break them out into more appropriate age groups, we can do that so that we accommodate all your little yogis' needs. We can do as few as 4 kids. If you've got 4 kids in the neighborhood that want to get together and see each other and have some fun camp-like experiences, we can run a camp for you. So as long as you've got 4, a mom with 2 kids, another mom with 2 kids, get together and you're good to go. And of course, we have to keep that threshold at 10 because we're trying to adhere to the guidelines still with regard to what we think is appropriate to keep everybody safe and healthy.
100%.
So,
and Donna, I'm so excited that we actually get to see the camp in action. For those who haven't gotten a chance to meet you yet, can you break down what is Baseball Yogis? Because it's 2 very different concepts that you have combined with your experience in the education field and your experience in athletic physical education. Can you tell us how you formed this program?
Sure. The mission of Baseball Yogis is to provide all children, regardless of their, what I call their athletic skill or their competitive nature, with sports-like activities. We know that all kids love to be outside, all kids love running around, and all kids love playing sports. But I use the quotes on that because some kids are more skilled than others, and some kids have that natural athletic competitiveness and others don't. But yet all kids still want to play sports. And I'll give you an example. And this is the genesis of how I came up with Baseball Yogis. I have twins. I have a boy and a girl. And this is my genesis story for Baseball Yogis. I signed them up for sports a couple years ago with one of our local sports programs. I said, oh, my son will do baseball. My daughter will do soccer. You know, I had all kinds of notions like you do as a parent as to what this is going to look like for your children. Okay. Sure. Well, anyway, we arrived and my son, first of all, neither one of them was prepared at all. Now that's my fault. That was the mom fail on my part. Neither one of them was prepared for either sport. So I take the blame for that. And they were probably a little too young at that point. So I said to myself, kids need a primer for sports. You know, we think they're going to understand and we're going to just go out and sign them up for the local and show up and they're going to want to do it. But they kind of need a little bit of a primer. So we've got those younger ones who need that primer, the 3, the 4-year-olds. And that's where we can come in. We also have, though, this age group. These guys are all 8-year-olds. Again, they're having a blast. They're having fun, but it's non-competitive, okay? We're not actually playing on a competitive league. There's no pressure in that regard. They get to play, they get to have fun regardless of their skill level. Because for my children, when we showed up there, my daughter took right to it. She was a natural athlete and my son, unbeknownst to me, wasn't. He's a little awkward, you know. He's gonna be so embarrassed someday when he sees these videotapes and he's telling everybody about his awkwardness. But he's not as naturally athletic. It's just not who he is. But he loves to be out. He loves to run around playing with his friends. He's not competitive though, and he's not really skilled. But that doesn't mean he doesn't love to learn about sports. And so that's what Baseball Yogis is all about. We give kids sports-like experiences without the pressure of having to be highly skilled or the pressure of having to be competitive. So that's our program. So that's sort of our mission overall. The summer program is along the lines of a traditional summer camp in that we break every 20 minutes, we're mixing it up. We're doing something new every 20 minutes. So we start out with a name game, Zip, Zap, Zop, it's called. And that gets them up. It works on focus and concentration with them. And then we go into yoga. And what's the connection between yoga and baseball and all sports for that matter? Why I incorporated yoga was because yoga, first of all kids, little ones especially, and remember, we sort of started this as a primer for little ones. They love doing yoga. You've got your 2, your 3, your 4-year-olds. They love to see their body in these, what they think are silly poses, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a natural for them for developing that body confidence, okay? And then it's an excellent primer, and you really addressed this earlier, as for the older kids to really get ready to go out and play a sport. It's a great stretch, and it also works on focus and concentration. It works on confidence building, and it's right in line with our non-competitive spirit that we bring to the Baseball Yogis program. That yoga is a gentle practice that's challenging to do, physically challenging to
100%.
do, but gentle on yourself. The whole idea of yoga is that it's about self-acceptance and just sort of accepting your body where you're at. And we think that's something that only adults need, but children need that too, you know? And so that's where the yoga came in, because it worked with our mission of giving kids opportunity to use their physical body and gain that body confidence in a way that's non-competitive. Plus, I think it does a lot to build that, what I call the mental stamina that athletes need to have anyway. So that's where the yoga comes in.
And that mental toughness, really the root of that in, whether it is the education field you want to go into, the engineering field, whether it's athletics, whatever fields you want to go into, there is an element of mental toughness that has to happen there. And so much of that comes from self-confidence, self-love, and self-care. So if we can develop that at a young age, where we are accepting of our bodies, we are accepting of our teammates, we are accepting of our body's capabilities and limitations, then that really sets you up for success no matter what field you're going into, whether it's an athletic realm or not. And we know that being active in a variety of ways is great for the human body. It's great for your mental health. And so I think it's that you are showing people that there are ways for this camp to be adaptable as well. Whether your kids are preparing for a higher level athletic, you can adapt the camp to that, or whether we're really just getting into body recognition and awareness.
Exactly. It builds that resilience, I like to call it that resilience, and those are those kind of non-tangible, they can't be measured necessarily by the Florida State exam or anything like that, but we know that's a key quality, the idea of having grit, the idea of having a growth mentality, resilience. All of those are those character qualities that we want to develop in children, of course, So,
and that's something that I was going to say. I see all of the excitement happening behind you. What's going on in the background here, Donna?
Okay.
What are we doing at camp today?
So now at this point, they're toward the end of their camp, so they're actually playing a game of t-ball, okay? So here's a traditional camp schedule. So we start out always with the name game, especially in the beginning as we're getting to know the kids' names. It's a great way. It's a fun exercise. We call it Zip, Zap, Zop. And the kids love playing it anyway because it's really fun and kind of silly, and it's also has to do with coordination as well. So we always start out with Zip Zap Zop, and that's a name game. Then we transition to our yoga from there, and then from there we do our classic yard games. All kids love a classic yard game: capture the flag, freeze tag, Mother May I, and it's great to have that oversaw by an adult, because we know a lot of times conflict can break out when kids are playing these games on their own. So then we do a good 20 sections of what I call the classic yard games. And then from there, depending on what direction the group wants to go in. And again, that's where I say this experience can be curated by the parents for what their group wants to do. So if they want to go in more of a sports direction, then we keep going in that direction. We do some bean toss. We do a lot of hand-eye coordination activities. And then we usually end with a T-ball session. Sometimes they want to play kickball. Sometimes they want to go back to capture the flag. So whatever they want to do. Again, like I spoke about I'm going to have a girl group coming up, and they want to do something that's more oriented toward what those girls are interested in. So we can curate it to their interests, and, to make it an experience that works for everybody. So the key here is get your group of 4 together, okay? At minimum.
4 to 10, right? We have
Four
a 4 to
people.
10
Yep,
group.
4 to 10, no
Okay.
more than 10. We need at least 4 to really get a group going.
Sure.
Choose a location, a host house, who's going to host the house. And then little motivation, we give the host mom, typically, or dad, we give them a more of a discount, okay, because they're hosting at their spot, so we give them a little discount, which is a little motivation, because they end up being the one that typically has to get the group together as well. But form your group, and then just email, text, DM me all the moms' names and their cell phone numbers, and I take care of the rest. I do all the registrations. Very simple. You just have to have the commitment from them. And you want to choose your times. You want to do an AM session or a PM, and then your week, okay? So it's Monday through Thursday, 2 hours each day. The morning session is 9 to 11, and the afternoon session is 1 to 3. And we're going to be doing this all summer long. So check us out.
That's fantastic. And something I think is just really leveled up Baseball Yogis is the fact that people can have this summer camp experience. Parents can get that little break without necessarily having to go to summer camp, because so much of that is the pickup and the drop off. And for parents who have really demanding work schedules, parents who work from home, sometimes that's difficult to coordinate. So really being able to bring that to your neighborhood is such a great advantage.
I can't stress this enough for the parents. And I think we're in 2 camps right now. And we were going to run a full-time camp. We were all set to go. We were going to do 30 campers, full day, full on. And then as the time went by, I kept, okay, we'll do a half-day camp, but we'll do it outdoors. And then, I finally had to step back as a mom myself and say, what would I want for my kids? Would I feel comfortable right now sending my children to a full-time camp? And the answer to that question was no. I didn't feel comfortable sending my kids. So if I wasn't going to do it for my kids, I'm not going to offer it. I'm only going to offer something to you people that I would do for my own children. And so what does that look like in terms of our safety and sanitation protocols? Okay. Oh, you'll see that my counselor in the back, every time the kid holds a bat, she's cleaning off with alcohol. Every mat gets cleaned down afterward. Every half hour, we're spraying the kids' hands with alcohol. I'm also using something called the Sanity, which is an ozone cleaner. So I pull out all the equipment into my car, and before I pull out of that parent's yard, I sanitize everything before I bring it home to my home, okay? So we're doing everything we can, and this is a great opportunity to give your child that camp experience in the safety of your backyard, and you get to choose the kids. And so, it can't be better than that. You know your neighbors, you know your children's friends, you know what those parents have been doing. So you get to decide. You can't do that when you go to a traditional camp. You don't know who's showing up and dropping off their children and what their lifestyle is like. So this is a beautiful opportunity to curate the experience, not just in terms of the activities, but in terms of the safety aspects that we all have to be aware of, because we still are in a pandemic right now. So to me, it's a no-brainer. It was when I kind of came up with the idea, I was like, this is really going to work. And we're getting those parents who are feeling more cautious. And let me speak to those parents. We are with you. We get it. And mom and dad need a break, and the kids need a break. They need to be able to get outside, to be able to play with their friends. And that's exactly what this will allow you to do. You don't have to have any kid in that group if you're concerned that that family just went on a vacation last week, hey, guess what? Don't invite them. You can't do that when you go to a traditional summer camp. So all you need to do, moms, is get 4 kids together, one of those moms give me a shout, send me the names of all the other moms and their cell phone numbers, and I'll take care of the rest, you know. And of course, I'm always available to talk to moms and just go over the routine. And I will always be calling you as a follow-up to curate. Again, we want to curate that experience according to your kids in your group, their ages, and what their interests are.
And that curation is another thing that really, I think, just makes you stand out, but also your background. I would be really remiss if we, you know, talk about this fantastic program that you've created without talking about your educational accomplishments. I mean, you have dedicated your entire life in your professional life to the further education of children, helping kids get into college of their choice, you know, and now you're on the mom side of things, not just the educator side, but now you have both of those hats that you have to wear. And what did you feel like your experience as an educator, as a higher level education professional really brought into this?
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's been a teacher for over many years, and I won't name the years, but then you'll know my age, but a lot of years, it's a natural for me. I know how to, I can handle groups of 150 all the way down to intimate groups of 4. So I can stand up in front of that, you know, I've done presentations for 2,000 people all the way down to, like I say, one of the things I love the most is one of my umbrella businesses. My company is called Kids Enrichment Services. And one of the Baseball Yogis is just one of those programs. My other program is called College Prep Tutors. And it is a one-on-one, sometimes small group, college admissions consulting firm, okay? And that is some of the most gratifying work I do, is working with those kids one-on-one. So it's like, I've done it all. I've taught K through 16. I've taught kindergarten all the way through college. So I've run the gamut on the age group. I totally understand the moms because I'm a mom myself. I've been a teacher of adults. So I have the patience and the compassion to listen to a mom when she calls me on the phone. And usually it's a good half-hour counseling session, you know, a lot of times with parents, because, you know, being a parent is hard work and there's so many things. And now we got to deal with the coronavirus on top of it all. So, you know,
and distance education just hit everybody like a ton of bricks.
Exactly, which is another area of expertise that I have, which is educational technology. So, you know, when the mom calls me, you know, or the dad, a lot of times we just spend time on the phone just talking about what's going on and how we can make this work for them. So I think, you know, what I bring to this is a wealth of a background working with all age groups. And so that when we're here, it's not just, you know, camp. You know, when you send kids, and I'm not going to knock any camp program because I think we have some amazing camps in our Palm Beach area, amazing, and I'm actually looking into some of them to send my own children because, you know, it's the cobbler's children have no shoes. You know, right now I'm here with these children and my kids are stuck home, so I have to get them out at a camp, and they're going to behave better for somebody else than they're going to behave for me anyway.
Right.
So I'm looking into. We have some fabulous summer camp programs. Don't get me wrong, but when I come to your yard to do my program, guess who shows up? I show up. Donna Risolo, with a doctorate in education, with multiple years of teaching all age groups, and I am overseeing the whole thing. I don't send my counselors out. If I am not going to be there, then you will have a professional educator who is a certified educator with a master's degree supervising that group. Okay, I'm not sending you youth counselors. Just to be clear, not to knock that process because it can work. I always bring a youth counselor with me because guess what? I need their energy and I need
and they have to learn. Like we have to make sure that we're there to mentor.
Absolutely. But you're really getting your money's worth. This isn't a babysitting service, and we've priced it very comfortably. Though it's $100 per child for the week. So you're getting, I call it for less than the price of your local babysitter per child. Okay. You're getting a camp curated experience in your backyard with professional educators in a safe and secure environment. I mean, we couldn't make it more sensitive to our community than that.
Right. And I have to appreciate, you know, that price point, because right now with everything that people are dealing with, you know, I know how great of a deal that is to get 3 staff members at least, you know, having people come to your house. I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal. And especially when, you know, you can have cousins come over, you can have family members come over, you can have neighbors come over. You get to really curate that experience. And I think that is something that really sets you apart and is a fantastic addition do we have any campers who might want to
Yeah,
talk
let
to
me
us
see if I can get
about
someone.
what we're up to? Kids, assemble.
If one of the boys will come out and chat with us, Philip would be great. Yeah, we're going to get one of those guys over here right now just to tell us a little bit about it. These guys had an awesome time. If you go to our Instagram or our Facebook page, Baseball Yogis, we're really easy to find. These guys right here, they're the photo. They're our most recent post that we did. What a nice group of kids. 6 boys. The average age was 8. We have mostly 8-year-olds. And like I said, it works great when you have a group that's all the same age because, you don't have to adjust for the age. But if you have a mixed age group, we can work with that too. There's always a second counselor here, and we can do breakout groups. And that's very important because we don't want to try to fit a square peg into a round hole. A 3-year-old is very different from a 7-year-old.
But
I always
great
say
for families who might have older and younger siblings.
Exactly.
Who can both go to the same camp.
Exactly. I mean,
Hi,
that's
guys.
right. And that's what we want to do. Hi, guys. Come on over. So tell them. So how did you like Baseball Yogis? How did we do?
It was good. It
Social
was
distance.
magnificent. Yep.
It was magnificent.
We got to
Magnificent.
play all of our favorite games, and we got to play some new ones that were very fun to us.
That's fantastic.
Good.
And what are both of your names?
Benji and Philip.
Benji and Philip. Well, Benji and Philip, can you tell me what your favorite game was at Baseball Yogis?
The flag. Game.
Capture the flag.
Capture the flag. Okay, that was your favorite one. And did you get to play Zip Zap Zop today?
Yes.
Yes. So do you know all of your friends' names now? Why are you guys all wet?
We were in the pool playing basketball.
I was gonna say, is there a pool as part of this camp? That's great.
Okay. That's all up to the host
Take the
house.
host house with the pool. Take your
We don't
friends
bring the
with the
pool with
pool.
Yeah, these guys were awesome. I got to tell you, this guy right here, these two, both of them, what athletes! I mean, they were fantastic. They did a great job. They had so much fun. They were terrific, and I'm in talks with their mom to bring the camp back again for another week.
Awesome.
At least, and again,
At first I was very scared, and I was like, yoga's for girls. And then I finally stepped up, and then I came, and I'm like, wow, it's actually pretty fun.
good.
Yes, that is a
so glad to
2020
hear you
man
say
right there.
that.
Yoga and self-care is for everybody. That is a 2020 gentleman right there.
There you go. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. And we
Sports
get
and
that.
yoga is for everybody.
A lot of people think we're either yoga or we're baseball. They see both of those names, and it's really, just more of a fun name than anything else. We do a little bit of yoga, we do a little bit of baseball, but we do a whole bunch of other things, and that's true for all of our programs across the board. We have our Kids Yoga Sunday. Now, that is a yoga class, and that we do that at pop-ups throughout Palm Beach and Marin County. So we'll go to farmers markets and community events, etc., and we bring our Baseball Yogis yoga program. And that's typically a half hour to 45 minutes of mostly yoga. And then we do some of the hand-eye coordination with the bean toss and the ring toss and all of that. So that's our kind of like our penultimate, when you think of Baseball Yogis, that's our Baseball Yogis, 45-minute lesson. But we also do our summer camp. And like I said, we try to make it as similar to a camp experience as a kid would have. It isn't just about baseball. And in fact, these guys played the other day we did basketball as well. So we do incorporate other sports. So I do definitely want to make that clarification. And then it isn't all yoga. We just do, 15 minutes of yoga because the kids wouldn't be able to focus on yoga for much more than that anyway, So again, when you think of Baseball Yogis, really just think of it more as a concept than actually what the kids are going to be doing, And then this is our summer camp program. And like I said, moms, you got 4 kids that you want to get together. Just tell them you're going to have a camp experience. You're going to be able to play with your kids in the backyard, and we'll take care of the rest. We'll explain to the kids what Baseball Yogis is all about, and it doesn't take long, as you saw, for the kids to get it. And and honestly, it's all about relationship building. The kids come and they're like, Coach Donna, now I'm like their best friend. I've only spent 4 hours with them, but that's where my expertise and my years of experience and with working with children of all ages comes in, and it's all about relationship building. And I go through the same thing with my practice, my college prep tutors. Parents will call me. They've got a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old that needs to get ready for SATs, ACTs, and the college admissions process, and they'll call me up on the phone, and the parent will have a story typically about their child, what's going on with them, the challenges the parent might be having. And I'm always like, don't worry about it. You called the right person.
I got it.
I got this.
I got it.
I got this. I work with kids of all levels. I work with kids that are applying to Ivy League colleges, and I work with kids who are really falling apart in high school. And I can do it all. Our success rate in terms of our college admissions is phenomenal. 9 out of 10 kids
9 out of
that
10,
we work
right?
with get into their first choice school, and the 10% who didn't just didn't follow our method. Frankly, and I always say that. What about those 10%? They just didn't do what we're trying to guide.
They went rogue.
Sometimes they went rogue. Sometimes you've got those, but the 9 out of 10 kids are like so satisfied with the experience that they had, because guess what? They get into the first choice school sometimes with huge money offers, almost all the time with a really generous money offer, but that doesn't happen without building a relationship with them. Because what I have to do is get to know them, build up their confidence, and hold that image of their success for them for the 6 to 9 months that I'm working with them. And guess what? I hold that, and guess what? They end up reaching it. It's like a good coach. I mean, you were, a professional athlete. It's all about the coach holding that image of that team as a winning team, and then having the skill to get you there. But if the coach doesn't hold that image of you guys as winners, you are not going to get there. Skill doesn't matter. Conversely, you just can't have image without knowing how to get people there. So that's what I bring to the table. I bring to the table an enormous amount of background knowledge in the field of education and in college admissions, and then with these younger kids as well. And then you have to hold the positive image and then build that relationship with them. And so I came here, I hold that positive image that your kid's going to have a great time doing this. I know it's going to happen. And when I get there, I'm going to build that personal relationship with them. Every single one of these kids knows my name now. I know all of their names now. We're buddies, and we're going to come back and do it again throughout the summer.
That is so fantastic. And Donna, if people want to get in touch with you, because I know we're going to have people fighting over spots now because they see how much fun these kids are having, and parents get a break, and especially after all this distance education, kids are ready to get outside. Kids are excited to prep for school, sports programs, and they're excited for the summer. Where can people find out more about you, get in touch with you, and have those phone calls that I know that you are willing to have with parents?
Not a problem at all. BaseballYogis.com. Okay, that's the easiest way to find us on our website. You can also direct message me through Instagram. Again, we're at Baseball Yogis. We're an S at the end. And then we're on Facebook as well. Okay, so probably the DMing through Instagram is the best. I think they have the best communication. The DMing through Facebook doesn't always work as well. But go right to our website, and there's links there that'll take you right to my cell phone. So we're very accessible. So baseballyogis.com, go check out. There's a full description there of the program, the fees, etc. And again, whatever you see on there, if you're doing multiple sessions and whatnot, we give additional discounts from whatever you're seeing there. And we always give a discount to the host mom as well. Whoever's posting.
I know that all of the parents are so appreciative of you being so adaptable and so innovative with not only your pricing structure, but also all of the programs that you customize for each of these families. Donna, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on Living Local. And for everyone who's watching, I will make sure that you have all the links, all the ways to get to Coach Donna so that your kids can experience Baseball Yogis as well. Donna, thank you so much for Living Local with me today.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you so much. And goodbye, everybody. We look forward to coming to your backyard soon.
Bye. Yes, we'll see you in the backyard next time.
Okay. Bye-bye.